Listen closely because this is urgent. Your life and the life of someone you love could change right now. There are unseen forces working against you, and a serious danger is being set in motion. You didn't come across this by accident. You were led here for a reason. You may be the only person who can protect them, and if you ignore this, the result could be heartbreaking. This is your last warning. If you turn away before hearing it all, you may never know the plan God is showing you. Right now, in the invisible world, a battle is being fought for someone's soul, someone close to you. You may feel like just an ordinary person, but in heaven's eyes, you've been chosen. God has guided you here, and now He's giving you a signal that only you can act on. Sometimes God breaks through our normal day to shake us awake. That tug you feel, that pounding heart, those chills, that's not random. That's the Spirit telling you there's a mission you must accept. You have the power to change what happens next. Somewhere, someone you love is in real trouble. Heaven is asking you to step in. Your obedience could be the difference between tragedy and a miracle. When God warns you, there's no time to hesitate. Every moment you delay gives darkness more ground. Many people miss their chance because they think they can wait until later. But later might be too late. The atmosphere around you is shifting right now. This is more than a feeling, it's a spiritual alarm. Maybe it's a friend hiding their struggles. Maybe it's a family member sinking into hopelessness. Or maybe it's you. This is not about scaring you. It's about God's deep love for you and those connected to you. He's stopping you in your tracks because He needs you to respond, not just listen. Heaven is watching to see what you do next. If you feel this is for you, declare your faith now. Speak it out loud. Your words carry power in the spiritual realm. A single step of faith can open doors of protection no enemy can shut. Don't leave. There's more you need to know. You're tied to someone who needs you to fight for them. You may think you can't make a difference, but God often works through ordinary people who are simply willing. Somewhere right now, someone is standing at a dangerous crossroads. They may have begged for a sign, for someone to care. That someone is you. God chose you because He knows you will respond. If you walk away, their story could end badly. If you say yes, their life could turn around. Remember the times you wished someone had fought for you. Now it's your turn to be that person. Every time you step out in faith, heaven moves with you. Prayers get answered. Darkness gets pushed back. Doors open. You have been positioned for this moment. If your spirit feels heavy or unsettled, that's God urging you to move now. The world may not know your name, but heaven records every act of obedience. Angels move when you pray. They surround your family when you declare God's promises. Your faith sends them into action. Many times, you've been spared from harm and didn't even know it. That wasn't luck, it was God's protection. Angels have blocked dangers you never saw, whispered hope when you were about to give up, and guarded loved ones from harm. but they respond to faith and prayer. Your words give them permission to work. A single prayer can change a situation miles away. You are not helpless, you are heaven's messenger. The enemy studies your life, searching for openings to plant destruction, through distractions, temptation, and small compromises. But you can stop him. God gave you spiritual senses so you can see danger coming before it's too late. That uneasy feeling, that sudden urge to pray, that dream you can't forget, those are warnings. Ignoring them is like turning off a fire alarm before you see smoke. Don't assume everything is fine because it looks normal. The biggest threats are often invisible. You can protect your family by staying spiritually alert. God might be asking you to check on someone, pray for them, or step in before it's too late. This is your moment to stand in the gap. You have the power to break cycles of pain and replace them with blessings. Every act of faith frustrates the enemy's plans. One prayer can cancel years of evil strategy. You've been chosen to fight back, not stay silent. The truth is, God still calls ordinary people to do extraordinary things. His voice is often gentle, a thought you can't shake, a sudden compassion for someone, an open door you didn't expect. He rarely calls the qualified. He qualifies the willing. Saying yes may push you out of your comfort zone, but it will change lives. Sometimes the call is to forgive, to give when you feel empty, to speak up when it's easier to stay quiet. The call always leads to life, hope, and restoration. God may be telling you to pray for a stranger, start something new, or let go of what's holding you back. You don't need every detail, just the courage to say, "Here I am." When you do, God sends the right people, opens the right doors, and closes the wrong ones. Prayer is your strongest weapon. It moves things you can't move on your own. Interceding for others puts you between them and danger. Even when your own life isn't perfect, your prayers can save someone else. Pray with faith, be specific, speak God's promises, and keep praying until you see change. Some answers come fast, others take time, but every prayer builds power in the unseen world. Don't give up. This is your time to act, to speak, to stand. Your yes today could be the miracle someone has been waiting for. And as you hear these words, understand this. This isn't just another message you can scroll past. This is a personal assignment from heaven, and it's being handed to you right now. The timing is not random. You are alive in this exact moment in history because there are people and situations only you can reach. No one else has your exact mix of influence, relationships, and access to certain hearts. That is why the enemy works so hard to distract you, discourage you, or convince you you're powerless. If he can make you think you don't matter, he can keep you from stopping what he's trying to do. But you matter more than you know. Your prayers matter. Your words matter. Your choices matter. In the unseen realm, every time you choose to obey God, a ripple begins. That ripple can turn into a wave that pushes back darkness for miles. You have to believe this. Your yes to God today could set a chain reaction in motion that will be felt in generations after you. The enemy isn't only after you, he's after your children, your friendships, your future. He's after your peace, your purpose, and your influence. But the good news is, the enemy's plans fall apart the moment you choose to align with God's will. One whisper of God's command is stronger than years of the enemy's plotting. Your obedience activates things you can't see, angels moving, opportunities opening, hearts softening, dangers being removed. Think of the moments you almost didn't make it, but somehow you did. Think of the nights you thought you wouldn't see morning, but the sun still rose. That wasn't by chance, that was God keeping you alive because your purpose isn't finished. And now, part of that purpose is to stand between disaster and the ones you love. Maybe God has already been showing you hints, a name that keeps coming to mind, a place you feel drawn to go, a conversation you've been putting off. Stop pushing it aside. That's not just your thoughts, that's heaven trying to direct you. The people you are meant to help may never say it out loud, but they are hoping someone will see their pain. You might be the only one who does. You don't need to know exactly what to say or do, God will give you the words in the moment. All He's asking for now is your willingness to be used. Some of the most life-changing moments happen when we decide to act even while we still feel afraid. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward anyway. And when you do, you will feel God's presence like never before. He will strengthen you, guide you, and confirm that you're on the right path. Sometimes you won't see instant results, but don't let that make you quit. Seeds take time to grow. Your job is to plant them through prayer, encouragement, and action. God will handle the growth and the timing. But make no mistake, inaction is also a choice, and it has consequences. If you turn away, the story could unfold without you, and you may always wonder what might have happened if you had stepped in. Don't carry that regret. Step into your role now. Every great story in Scripture started with someone saying, yes, in an ordinary moment. Moses said yes while tending sheep. David said yes while delivering bread. Mary said yes in a quiet village. And their obedience shifted the course of history. You have that same opportunity today. You may not see yourself as a hero, but heaven already sees you as one. The war being fought around you is not just about events, it's about souls. It's about eternal destinies. The enemy will try to make you think your actions don't reach that far, but that's a lie. Prayer reaches where you can't. Words of life sink deeper than you think. Acts of love leave marks that last forever. And you can start right now, exactly where you are. Look around your life. Who is struggling? Who is slowly pulling away from others? Who seems fine but has lost their spark? Those are not random observations, you are seeing them because you are meant to do something. And when you pray for them, speak life over them, or even just show up for them, heaven records it. God treasures every time you fight for someone else in prayer. There is no such thing as a wasted prayer. Some answers may not be visible until eternity, but they will come. And every time you stand in faith, the enemy loses ground. You might think you're just one person, but you and God are the majority. With Him, nothing is impossible. No addiction is too strong. No depression is too deep. No relationship is too broken. No danger is too close. If God says there's hope, then there is. And right now, He's asking you to be the one who carries that hope to someone else. This is why you can't afford to be spiritually asleep. The moment you ignore the signs, you leave an opening for the enemy. But when you stay alert, you close doors the enemy wanted to walk through. That's why the Spirit nudges you to pray at odd times, to reach out when you weren't planning to take a different route, to wait a little longer before making a move. These are protective measures from heaven. You don't have to understand them to obey them. You just need to trust that God sees more than you do. Sometimes you won't find out until much later what your obedience prevented. Other times, you'll never know, but that's okay, because God knows, and that's enough. Your role is to be faithful with what you've been given. Every time you obey, you build a wall of protection around yourself and those connected to you. Every time you declare God's promises, you write over the enemy's plans. Your voice is powerful, even if it shakes when you speak. Heaven hears you. Darkness fears you. And the world needs you to stay in the fight. Right now, decide that you will not be silent, that you will not ignore the warnings, that you will not walk away from your calling. Decide that you will be the one who prays when others won't, who acts when others hesitate, who stands when others run. Your faith will inspire others to do the same, and together, you will become an army that darkness cannot break. This is your time. This is your moment. You are not watching this by mistake. You are being chosen, equipped, and sent. Say yes, and watch what God will do through you. And as you stand in this moment of decision, understand that what you choose to do now will echo far beyond today. Your yes will not just change circumstances, it will change stories, rewrite endings, and create testimonies that will inspire others for years to come. You are not just reacting to life anymore, you are stepping into a place of spiritual authority. When you pray, when you act in obedience, you are not speaking into the air. You are speaking into the spiritual realm where your words carry the weight of heaven behind them. That is why the enemy tries to convince you that your prayers don't work, that no one is listening, that nothing will change. But the truth is, prayer is not measured by what you feel in the moment. It is measured by what happens in the unseen as soon as you release it in faith. Heaven responds instantly, even if the answer takes time to appear in your world. And every single prayer builds momentum, brick by brick, until the breakthrough comes crashing through. You need to know that you are not alone in this fight. Right now, angels are already moving on your behalf. They are clearing paths you don't see, blocking attacks you don't know about, and whispering truth into hearts that need to hear it. But God has also called you to partner with them. You are not a spectator, you are a soldier in this battle. The authority He gave you is not symbolic. It is real. You can declare peace where there is chaos, light where there is darkness, and life where there is death. You can intercede for people who don't even know they are being fought for. You can call down protection over your home, your city, your workplace, your family. And when you do it with faith, you are putting a shield around those places that the enemy cannot break. This is why you must take the signs seriously. That uneasy feeling in your spirit, that sudden thought of someone you haven't seen in a while, that dream that refuses to leave you, those are not meaningless. They are signals from heaven, assignments wrapped in gentle whispers. If you ignore them, you might miss your chance to change a story. But if you respond, you step into moments where miracles can happen. Don't tell yourself, "It's not my business," or "someone else will handle it." What if you are the only one God is asking? What if the outcome depends on your prayer, your encouragement, your presence? And hear me, God is not asking you to be perfect before He uses you. He knows your weaknesses. He knows your past. He knows every fear and every excuse you've used to hold back. And yet, He still calls you. Because He isn't looking for flawless people, He's looking for willing people. People who will say, "Lord, I don't have it all together, but I trust you. Use me anyway." That is the heart that moves heaven. That is the heart that shuts down the plans of the enemy. Think of the stories you could tell if you choose to step in now. A child who stayed on the right path because you prayed. A friend who didn't give up because you reached out. A family member whose health turned around because you stood in faith. These victories won't always make headlines, but they will be written in eternity. And in that day when God shows you the ripple effects of your obedience, you will see that nothing you did in His name was wasted. So here's what I'm telling you, rise up. Shake off the distractions, the doubts, the fears. This is not the time to live half awake. This is not the time to stay silent when heaven is calling you to speak. Your mission may look small in your eyes, but in God's eyes it is world-changing. Every soul matters. Every prayer matters. Every act of kindness matters. And right now, there is an urgent need for people who will be the light in dark places, who will stand in the gap for those who cannot stand for themselves. Do not underestimate the impact of one choice made in obedience. One yes to God can start a chain reaction that changes hundreds of lives. And it can start right here, right now. You don't need to wait for a perfect moment. This is the moment. This is why you are hearing this. God is calling, and the only question left is, will you answer? If your answer is yes, then take action. Pray for the person who came to your mind as you listened. Send that message. Make that call. Speak those words of encouragement. Declare protection over your home. Rebuke fear over your family. Stand against the enemy's plan with boldness. Do it now. Because every second you wait is a second you give away to the one who wants to steal, kill, and destroy. And every second you act in faith is a second that builds the kingdom of God right where you are. And when fear tries to creep in, remind yourself that you are not fighting alone. The God who spoke the universe into existence is on your side. His angels are your allies. His promises are your weapons. His Spirit lives inside you. That means you already have everything you need to win this battle. No plan of the enemy can stand against the name of Jesus. No weapon formed against you will succeed. No curse can survive in the presence of the blessing God has placed over your life. So close this moment with a decision that will define you. Speak it out, "Here I am, Lord. I am ready. I will act. I will protect. I will pray. I will obey." Let those words be your commitment, your covenant with heaven. And as you do, believe this with all your heart: God is moving. He is setting miracles in motion right now. He is aligning people, opening doors, and breaking chains you can't see. This is your call to rise. This is your chance to be the answer to someone's prayer. Step into it. Live it. And never forget, you are chosen, you are protected, and you are equipped. The enemy's plans are falling apart even as you say yes. The victory is already being written, and your obedience is part of the story. So walk forward in faith, knowing that heaven goes with you, angels surround you, and God Himself will never leave your side. The battle is real, but so is the victory. And today, you have decided that victory will be yours.